Pac-Man World Repack would be released August 26th, 2022 after being announced in a Nintendo Direct I mentioned earlier about 2 months prior. Development began about 2 years before this, and you can even see some character models that would be reused in Repack in the game Pac-Man Museum Plus, as much as that exact squad of characters that would be later in the game. Like, come on, we knew this was coming. If Namco was a schoolyard friend, I wouldn't tell them my secrets. So to me at least, I always felt like this remake was a shoo-in. I mean, honestly, part of me really thought Pac-Man World should have been in Museum Plus in the first place. Maybe that's a bit greedy of me to expect for the scope of the project, but I would have liked a beefier single-player experience in the collection than, Pac-Land. And wouldn't you know it, a few months after it released, we'd be playing a remake of World, a much better trade. And that's because the price is really good. Repack sells for $30, which since this game is short, I think that's a really fair price for a modern game. I quite respect it. I think even $40 would have been pushing it. It's nice to see a company have some humility. Nintendo, for instance, re-released Link's Awakening, a 10-hour game for $60, which, like, wow. I mean, the graphics are so much nicer, but at its core, it's a Game Boy game. It just feels a bit greedy. Repack came from Bandai Namco realizing that Pac-Man World franchise was still something requested and truly wanted by fans of the series. Gee, you think, Namco? You finally realized that some bastardized version of a Pac-Man TV show is not what we wanted to replace World? It only took you 8 years to learn that lesson. You think we wanted Ghostly Adventures? But no, better late than never. At least the Pac is now back. Kinda like the Super Monkey Ball Twitter, Pac-Man would also form a Twitter himself to promote the game. Here they would do little giveaways like this one. 20 lucky people would win a free copy of the game and a chrome Pac-Man statue. You're looking at one of the winners. I was so excited. And I didn't know where to put this in the video, so I'm just gonna add it in this section, but oh my god. Unfortunately, it probably won't ship in time for this video. Be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Booting up the game, it's quite obvious that the cutscenes have received basically a complete overhaul. One change I'm not happy about is that there's no more voice acting. Instead, the ghosts kind of speak in a Simish type of language, or Animal Crossing, or like a drunk person chewing soap. I would have rather just seen it redone. It's not the same charm like this. In general, the cutscenes did have to be reworked due to the whole Miss Pac-Man scandal. For those who don't know, and I'm sure most of you know by now, Namco is not allowed to use Pac-Man in their games. To keep it simple, at Games, the people who made those crappy clone consoles got a hold of the rights to Miss Pac-Man, and due to some legal jargon regarding their misuse of the franchise rights or something, Namco would have to pay heavy royalties to keep Miss Pac-Man in their products. If you want to know more about this, I'd say go watch Johnny's YouTube video. He did a really good job and goes a lot more in detail than the scope of what I can do in this video. Yep, I'm sure a channel my size is really good for promoting a video this big. You're welcome, Johnny, for your 12 additional views, okay? Don't thank me. What we get in Miss Pac-Man's place is Pac-Mom, and, like, honestly, I don't really care that much. I don't think it's a huge deal. I mean, Pac-Mom is a stupid name. You can just call her Pac-Woman. It's right in front of you. Because now people are gonna ask if Pac-Mom is Pac-Man's mom. And she's his wife, so like it's kind of awkward, I'm not gonna lie. Pac-Boy replaces Pac-Man Jr. and Baby Pac-Man replaces Pac-Sis. And to be honest, I think as long as you're not a diehard fan, this really isn't a problem with the game. And besides the World Series, me personally, I'm a fairly casual Pac-Man fan. Like, to be honest, I didn't even realize the Kid Packs were different. I just thought they got kind of redesigned. Chomp Chomp got a slight redesign now and is now named Pac-Buddy. I don't know if there's a legal reason for that, but I am noting it nonetheless. Namco thought they could just sneak that past me, and I don't appreciate that. You don't mess with my precious Chomp Chomp. He's too good of a boy. So the cutscenes are fine. I think it removes a bit of the charm, not just the voice acting being gone, of course, but the whole HD polish. While looking good, it's nowhere near as interesting or as exciting as CGI cutscenes back in the day, and not the developer's fault, really. I think they did what they could for the most part.